He's come for the scroll.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to a brand new episode, and the title is not lying. This is gonna be a little bit of a different video and probably the last video with MapleStory content gameplay for a long time, so sit back, grab a drink and listen to my rambling and explaining. So to start things off, I have stated this a few times by now, but I have recently, like a month ago, or like 2 months ago by now, I've gotten a copyright strike because I uploaded MapleStory private server content, and this is against the rules. And MapleStory, which is owned by Nexon, they have the full right to remove any video they don't like from YouTube. And they have stated that private server content is damaging their intellectual property, and that's why I had to remove all my videos that were private server related, and I got a copyright strike. And this basically makes it so that I am no longer favored by the YouTube algorithm, at least that's what I think. I have here two images. If you look at those images side by side, well, the left image is the day I uploaded the very last episode of my Iron Man Spearmint series, which was private server content, and the right image is like 1 month after I've gotten a copyright strike. And as you can see, like it is a downcrease of like more than 90% in all four aspects. And I do have like a loyal fan base of like 80 to 90 viewers / subscribers that keeps returning to my videos. I can see that in the YouTube analytics, so thank you for that. And that's like, those are the people that are making this video for, actually, because there's almost no new people watching these videos. And I think that has two reasons. Like I just explained, probably the YouTube algorithm doesn't favor a channel that has a copyright strike. My copyright strike will disappear at the end of January, at the beginning of February of 2025. So maybe at that point, the YouTube algorithm will start pushing my YouTube videos to new viewers and my YouTube channel can grow again. But as of now, that's probably not happening. And also, it is also possible that art tale content is just not entertaining enough and people aren't watching it. And that's also why the YouTube algorithm isn't pushing any MapleStory Worlds / MapleStory art tale content. That's also very possible. In any case, like I feel like it's very hard to start growing and keeping the community alive, and with like the current state of my videos and how they are portrayed by YouTube. And also I have a very hard time keeping up the video production besides my full-time job. I work for more than 40 hours a week, every week, and then when I get home, it is nice to play a game once in a while, but it's also very demanding. I am looking at a screen for more than like 8 hours every day for my job, and of course there's mobile screen time as well. And then I have to start like recording and making progress on MapleStory, and it's a very grindy game. So I have to put in a lot of hours to even have enough progress to start making a video. And then once I have content, I also need to start editing videos. So it's for me, it's not feasible and not realistic and not healthy. That's probably the most important thing, to keep making these videos at least on a weekly basis. And I'm talking about the progress videos. I'm not talking about the Who's That Mapler podcast. And that is a series that I want to keep producing, but that takes a lot of time. I can't schedule those things whenever I have time. I need to take into account the schedule of my guest as well, finding a guest, all that kind of stuff. Having like the draft version of the video being reviewed by the guest, it takes a lot of time. So probably that series will continue, but only with like 1 or 2 videos every 2 months. So basically 1 video every month for that series. That's realistic at this point in time. And I feel a bit sad making this video because like I had so much fun producing weekly videos, and it was kind of easy to do when I didn't have a job. Basically YouTube was my full-time job, and now it just has become so hard. I tried making a Patreon, and with that money that I generated, I wanted to maybe hire a video editor, so I only had to like worry about having enough footage for a new episode and then just sending that footage over to a video editor. But yeah, the Patreon didn't really work out as I thought it would, and that's all right. So I want to be fair to like the 2 or 3 people that have been financially supporting me on Patreon. I'm gonna put a pause on Patreon, so like you won't lose any money every month. I'll only start up the Patreon once the video production on this YouTube channel starts up again. So I wanted to be transparent about that. I thought making a Patreon was like a last-ditch effort to revive the YouTube channel, but it kind of failed, and that's all right. I couldn't like expect too much from that, but it was worth a shot for me to get some extra income to hire a video editor. Anyway, I'm also like kind of sad because the Artale game, I don't think it's very fun overall. I think it has some problems. At this point in time, I haven't played the Artale server in more than 2 months, and I haven't missed it a single day, I'm not gonna lie. And at this point in time, I'm just waiting for MapleLands to be released, if it will release at all. And there is no chance that I'll ever make MapleStory private server content again, because that's what gotten me my first copyright strike, and that's what will get me more copyright strikes, which will eventually lead to me losing my YouTube channel, which is kind of sad because I really like MapleStory private servers. I even had like a mini series already recorded and ready to go as an in-between series once my Iron Man Spearman series ended. It was a short series of me and one of my friends playing together, and was me introducing the game to him and guiding him to level 30 and his second job advancement. It was really fun, and the first like series that I had with like multiple perspectives and all that kind of stuff, but of course I can't show that now because it's private server content. And I don't really feel like MapleStory Worlds is in a good enough position to make weekly videos about it. And that brings me also to my next point. I think MapleStory in general, it's kind of hard to keep creating very entertaining content. I know some people manage to do it, like somebody like Togen, really successful at doing it, so props to him. But I don't, with my full-time job, have the time to put in so much time and effort in videos like he does. So like props to him, he does a really good job, but I simply don't have the time and energy to do that. So I feel like a game like RuneScape or World of Warcraft is a bit easier to make those kinds of videos for. Those games are a bit more complex and have like, the world is just bigger in my opinion. And that's just my opinion. I know maybe not everyone will agree with me on that, but that's besides the point. You know, other MMOs have things like PvP and, in my opinion, just like more complex raids, more in-depth boss battles. It's easier to make content for other games, in my opinion. That's what I'm trying to say. So at first I was thinking like, what could I start playing which is a bit more like easy for me to make videos about, and I saw Path of Exile 2 was released. I was a huge fan of Path of Exile 1, was actually in the top 1000 of Path of Exile 1 in 2013 when that game released. But once again, it's a very grindy game, and I don't think with my full-time job it's reasonable or realistic that I would start making videos about that as well. And I'm currently also like focusing on some real life projects and hobbies that I don't think are suitable for making videos, but maybe. For the past 5 years, I've been working on a board game. I'm also like in the process of like going to the finishing stages for that. So I really want to focus more time on like making my own board game and finishing up that. Also, I'm drawing a lot more. Like I used to be a concept artist, did a lot of digital art and digital drawing, and now I'm drawing again in real life, which is really enjoyable. Maybe I could make videos of that. I'm not sure. But yeah, all in all, I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. Like in a nutshell, I don't think it's healthy for me to sit behind the computer for 80 hours every week. Like I have to do it for work for 40 hours most of the time. And I don't think it's just healthy to come home and start another grind behind my PC again. I think it's better to just focus on a bit other stuff at the moment. I know this video is going in all kinds of directions. I have a loose script and loose bullet points that I wanted to cover. But I didn't really want to write a whole in-depth script about this, and I just wanted to speak from the heart, if you guys know what I'm talking about. And don't get me wrong, if MapleLands does release, I will come back, and I'll probably play a crossbowman. It's the only old school MapleStory class that I've never played, and who knows, maybe in like a couple of months of time when my work has become less demanding, I might just start another Iron Man series on Artail if that gets a bit more polished and MapleLands has not been released by that time, and I'll do a Crossbowman Iron Man series, maybe something like that. But that, at least that was what I'm thinking of right now. I always liked to create a group Iron Man series, but that's just not possible for me for a whole bunch of reasons. It also has to do with like time management, finding people to play with at the same time, all that kind of stuff. It's hard enough as it is to make videos by myself. So anyway, I think I covered most things. Let me know what you guys think of this, and probably only will get like 4 or 5 comments, but that's fine. I really value your input, and that's about it basically. I covered, I think, everything that I wanted to cover. I probably missed a few things that I wanted to say, but I think I really got the point across that I wanted to make. And in a nutshell, it is at this point in time not realistic for me to keep making weekly videos. Thank you anyone and everyone who has watched my old videos, the Childhood Dream series where I HP washed a Night Lord until it was able to do boss runs. And thanks to everyone and anyone who watched my Iron Man Spearmint series. It was kind of like my magnum opus. I was able to clear the Zekum boss on a Iron Man solo. That was kind of cool. And this isn't goodbye. Of course, the podcast series Who's That Mapler will still continue. But like I mentioned in this video, it takes a lot of time to produce one episode. So the weekly videos end here after like 11 months and a couple of weeks. So almost 1 year of weekly uploads. It was a nice ride, but we'll be back at some point. But how, when, and with what kind of content, I am currently not able to say. So for now, thank you guys for watching wherever it is where you are at, and I'll talk to you guys next time, whenever that might be. Bye bye guys, have a great day.